After running 1,000 simulations, we've created what England's path to, hopefully, Euro 2024 glory is going to look like, or most likely will look like, and what the draw holds for every single team in the tournament, including the other home nations. How do I put it? It's a nightmare. The route is a nightmare and the group is disgusting. That's right, people, we're in the group of death. To the pots time! Doesn't sound as good, but I mean, trust me, this is interesting. Okay, so this is a gorgeous simulation that we've been able to create thanks to my boy, Jamie Moran. I see you. I love you. Thank goodness for you. Helping us make interesting content. Well, hopefully you'll find it interesting. I certainly did. Now, here we have the pots tab. Great tab. Beautiful tab. Colourful tab. Okay? And here we have what we already know, which is the pot in which each team is situated. Pot 1 is the usual suspects, but that's where the normality ends to an extent, because you can see here that there are some big anomalies within the pots that could cause absolute chaos to the draw. And when we did the simulations, yeah, it caused a bit of chaos there as well. And there is revenge laced absolutely everywhere in this draw, as you're about to find out. Now, Pot 2, let's go to it. Pot 2, for example, features the likes of Albania, Romania, and Hungary, who all had fantastic campaigns and deserve to be in the competition. However, have a look at Pot 3 and Pot 4. You can't see it because it's there. Well, now it's here, okay? Have a look at that. In these pots, there is some absolutely ludicrous sides, with the likes of Netherlands in Pot 3 and Italy in Pot 4. Now, this all points towards one thing, the potential for the best or worst group of death that we've ever seen. But whilst this means an exciting group for the neutrals, how much does this affect England, Scotland, and, of course, possibly Wales, who are in the playoffs right now? And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, surely England won't get a group featuring teams that are all in the top 10 of the FIFA rankings. Now, the eagle-eyed viewers will have noticed that Pot 4 has 3 absentees. Well done, you. Now, this is because the playoffs will decide who the 3 remaining teams will be. And here's how it looks. So, Path A, you've got Poland versus Estonia. Wales are against Finland, and the winner will have a home final. Path B will have Bosnia versus Ukraine. The winner will again have a home final. And then Israel will play Iceland. And then in Path C, you've got Georgia up against Luxembourg. The winner will have a home final. And Greece against Kazakhstan, who will play the winner of Georgia versus Luxembourg. Now, to pick teams to put through from the playoffs, we've taken a look at a few different factors. One of the factors being this beautiful tweet from We Global Football. Go give them a follow, who do a lot of statistical analysis around international football on Twitter. There's a link to them in the description. As I say, go give them a follow. So for playoff A, we have chosen Wales to go through. Now, We Global Football have them as favourites to go through, and should Wales beat Finland, they will have a home playoff against either Estonia or Poland in the final. Since September 2020, Wales have played 50 matches at home. They've only lost 3 of those matches, and therefore I think that influence will play a big part in this. Have influence, you could say. Now, from playoff B, we've gone for Ukraine. Pretty simple one, really. Pound for pound, they are the best team in that pathway. Now, should they beat Bosnia, they will face an Iceland side that didn't win a game in qualifying, or an Israel side that has never qualified for the Euros. Finally, in pathway C, we've gone for Georgia. They'll face a good Luxembourg side in the semi-final, but ultimately they are a lot better than them, even with Kvaratskhelia suspended for the game. Their home advantage is also massive across both matches. Now to the fun part, to the draw data! Right, people. Don't be afraid. Put your numerical heads on, everyone, because this part is crucial. This part will show you which teams got drawn into which group the most often. Now, this is how the groups have been formed. And when I say we, I say Jamie, we did simulate it 1,000 times. Shall I just scroll down right to the bottom? Woo! 1,000. So the top 5 were Scotland with Portugal, 201 times they found each other. Slovakia with France, 199 times. Croatia with Belgium, 192 times. Denmark with England, 190 times. And the Czech Republic with Germany, 189 times. So this should give you an idea of how all of this works. We've simulated it 1,000 times, and certain people seem to get each other a lot to the groups. I want to take a second to thank the sponsor for today's video, Surfshark, longtime partner of the channel. They are wonderful. And if you don't know about Surfshark, then it's perfect for this video because with the Euros fast approaching and the festive season as well, you might be all over the world and you might need yourself a Surfshark VPN. So, a Surfshark VPN is a virtual private network that keeps your online data safe by encrypting all of the data that you have between the device you have and the internet. Now, this is crucial when you're using public Wi-Fi, which you might be doing in the next month or so, and certainly in the summer when we're watching the Euros, and it will keep those pesky cyber criminals at bay. With the Surfshark VPN, you can change your real location to any location around the world, over 3,200 servers in over 100 countries. So during the Euros or over the festive period, if you want to access new content by exploring the Netflix libraries of Japan, USA, Australia, or a whole host of other countries, then you can do so. But also, if you're on holiday or if you're at the Euros themselves and you can't watch your favorite sporting event through the normal platform that you would use, if you have a Surfshark VPN, you can change your IP address back to the UK and you can watch BBC iPlayer's coverage or ITV's coverage of the Euros coming up. Masking your IP address is essential in becoming private online. A VPN ensures your city, country, and download history isn't linked to your identity. And Surfshark's clean web feature blocks ads, phishing attempts, tracking, and malware, allowing you to surf the web safely. And the final thing that sets Surfshark apart and provides even more value is that you can use Surfshark's VPN on unlimited devices. So if you currently don't have a VPN, it will make sense for you to have one for safety and for accessibility. So go and get yourself one. There is a link in the description right now that's going to take you to the Surfshark website where you can get yourself up to 6 months for free with their Black Friday deal by using my code Allcott. And Surfshark provides a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's absolutely no risk. Head into the description, click on that link and get yourself a Surfshark VPN. It's an absolute no-brainer. Right, so I'm going to show you the groups now, and I'll show you them before we've then gone and predicted how the results will go from the groups, and that will then show us the route for England and other teams when it comes to the Euros. Let me show you. So here you have the groups. In Group A, we obviously have the hosts, Germany, but joining them will be Hungary, Czech Republic, and Wales, which could potentially mean that Wales are able to get out of this group. More on that a little bit later on. In Group B, we have a tasty group with France, Italy, Austria, and Slovakia all in it. France are obviously going to be the favourites, but Italy have a new manager, of course, whilst Austria are flying with Ralf Rangnick at the wheel at the moment. So it's going to be a tough one for Slovakia. And then we've got Group C. Yep, it's the one you've all been waiting for, England. Now this could, well it is, legitimately be a group of death. First, we have Denmark, which drew England a total of 190 times. Next, we have the Netherlands, who were drawn against England 185 times. And then finally, it's the winner of Playoff B, which is Ukraine. However, it was actually Playoff winner A that drew the most times with England, aka Wales, with 180 draws, but Wales drew 185 times with Germany, meaning that they went into Group A in this simulation. So Wales fans, make of that what you will. Next up is Group D, which features Spain, Romania, Slovenia, and Georgia, a group that doesn't seem that exciting on paper, but let's be honest, most of you are going to be watching and enjoying a 2 p.m. kickoff between Slovakia and Georgia whilst you're sat at your desk doing your work, so shut up. Group E is pretty spicy, though, if that helps. So maybe just take a breather, maybe have a late lunch for that game, and then you can move on to Group E, which is pretty spicy. As I say, it consists of Croatia, Belgium, Switzerland, and Albania, according to our simulation. Now, 3 of those teams could all win the group. Which team will actually win it, though, will be revealed a little bit later on. Now, Group F is where we find Scotland. Now, you may want to look away, Scotland, because it's not good. First off, we have Portugal, which I told you about earlier, who drew Scotland a total of 201 times, the most of any 2 teams in the whole draw. Next up, we have Serbia, who got drawn into this group 182 times. And finally, Turkey, who got drawn into Group F a total of 187 times. Okay, guys, so we've got our groups, and as you can see, we've got the fixtures there. So we've gone through every single match and put forward a result to decide who makes it through to the knockouts and therefore see the pathway for all of the teams in Euro 2024. Because that is the only way that we can get an idea of what those knockout rounds will look like. But first, we have to remember that the Euros have the rule that the 4 best third-placed finishers also advance into the knockouts. So take note of that, Wales and Scotland, and quite possibly England as well, because those groups are tricky. So in this beautiful fantasy world that we've created, Group A was a hotly contested one, with Hungary surprising everyone with some big results. But on goal difference, we've got Germany going through as winners, Hungary in second place, and Wales in third place. This is how Group B unfolded. France ran away with it, whilst Italy and Austria were neck and neck in Group C. This is what we had for England. Not that high scoring, but also a very tight defence and winning the group. Then we have the Netherlands coming in second. Another shock when it comes to Group D. We've got Spain winning it, but Romania hot on their heels. Romania are worth keeping an eye on, by the way. There's some serious talent coming through. And the same should be said about Slovenia too, who have almost a golden generation coming through. Group E, now this could be one of the biggest shocks so far. Belgium were brilliant in qualifying, but Croatia are always hot when it comes to tournament football, and they aren't as old as everyone thinks. Now, this group could have 3 different winners, and the points tally being so close should reflect that. Group F, I think this is going to be so hard fought. I generally think any team could finish second in this group, and I know we've got Scotland third, but don't worry, because you haven't seen this yet, have you? So this is what the 4 best third-place teams look like when everything is taken into account, according to our predictions. Austria, Scotland and Switzerland all make it through thanks to 4 points from their groups. Meanwhile, Wales will sneak through on goals scored. So that leads us on to the knockouts, and obviously Scotland buzzing because they've made it through the group. But I, as someone who's half Scottish, Scottish mother, English father, delighted. Both England and Scotland are through. How far could they go? Let's keep the dream alive. Exciting times. Well, then we have the knockout rounds, where the drama truly ensues. And it's pretty heartbreaking, I'll be honest. The knockouts is where we get some proper drama starting to unfold and some opportunities for some international revenge. The first knockout match that we have is Germany facing Netherlands. Wow, what a big game that will be. These two do not enjoy each other. And in this match, we've got Germany just edging it by 2-1 and progressing into the quarterfinals. But who will they meet? Well, the second knockout match we've got is Hungary versus Italy. And we've got Italy winning this one 2-1. Now, again, with all of this, there's going to be so many shocks. So let me know in the comments down below, which shocks do you expect if those were the groups? I'm sure you're going to tell me where I'm wrong, but these are just what we think could happen. But this is what we love about football. We want those shocks. Now, that aspect of revenge is absolutely everywhere. And this is where the revenge aspect comes into play, because the third match is France versus Switzerland. These teams haven't faced each other since the 3-3 match at Euro 2020, which Switzerland, of course, won on penalties. Unbelievable game. And for that reason, we've got France edging it. We think they'll be switched on. And obviously, they've got a fantastic side. Next, it is a huge match. A game that could be hugely tense, and it's not one I wanted to see. In fact, when I saw it, I just screamed, no! Because first of all, I was thinking, England, don't get Scotland in the groups. Please, just let me enjoy the groups. Now, the footballing gods have provided that. But if Scotland get through as a third-place team and England win their group, England will play Scotland. Yes, okay, it's going to be a spectacle, but it's going to be a tough watch for myself, probably you guys as well. I just don't enjoy it, but I would imagine that England would win that. I want them to win. Do I want them to win? I do. I want them to. It's complicated. So yeah, England, Scotland, and England to win. Hot on the heels of that game will be another opportunity for revenge, and it's Portugal versus Wales. Wales could end their 8-year wait to enact revenge on Portugal for knocking them out of the semi-finals of Euro 2016, but they probably won't, and Portugal will probably go through. Romania versus Belgium next, and we've got Belgium winning that one. Croatia face Austria and sneak it with a 2-1 victory in our predictions, and Spain face Serbia and will win, in our opinion, without much fuss. So if England navigate the group of death and then Scotland, they will find themselves in the quarterfinals, and the quarterfinals will look like this. Portugal against Belgium, France against Germany, England against Italy. Yep, I told you about the revenge, didn't I? And Croatia versus Spain. Now, of course, there are no easy matches when you get to the quarterfinals, but when you look at Italy's squad, England should be favourites over them, especially when England won the qualifying group that included Italy within it. The other teams that we have advancing are Portugal, France, and Spain into those semi-finals. So, come on, England. We're in the semi-finals. Now, will England get to the final? And what will the final even be? I know the question on everyone's lips is, did we avoid France? Yes, we did. We dodged them. Finally, a bit of luck in the draw. France were on the other side of the bracket all along this entire time. And if the simulations are anything to go by, it's probably one of the best possible outcomes for England if they do want to go and win this whole thing. Still tough, but if you want to win tournaments, you've got to play the best teams. Now, tough games for everyone. But France, I think they've got the tools to exploit Portugal's system in the transition, whilst England's squad is arguably miles clear of Spain. In fact, the best player in La Liga plays for England, for God's sake. And you might think that's punchy, but the best player in La Liga is English. So it's not. Show some confidence, guys. Come on. And therefore, after 1,000 simulations, England's path to the final will look like a group of Netherlands, Denmark, Ukraine. A round of 16 game against Scotland, a quarter-final against Italy, a semi-final against Spain, and the final will be against France. More revenge, possibly? So if you would like that draw to occur and England to make their way to the final and take on France, do two things for me. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're so close to 300k. We'd love to get there before the end of the year, so you can help and make that happen. And by offering up that kind act, you will then get good luck towards yourself. So smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know how that final plays out in the comments down below.